look on. I'm getting money, biggie money. So what's the fun?
Hello, hey guys, welcome back to Davido TV. Today we are going to be answering random questions that people sent to my Instagram. And so here goes. Let's just jump right into it. The first question is, what do you enjoy most in life? Man, what do I enjoy most in life? What do I? I don't know. That's a really good question. I really don't know. For one, life has been like beating me lately. Like it has been extremely rough. And so I haven't really had much time to actually enjoy life. It's just more of me trying to like get my life together, get everything together and whatnot. And so like what I enjoy most in life, I guess, would be the being around my loved ones, my friends, my family, like people that I love and adore mean the most to me in entire life. So just simply talking to them and being around them or doing things with them, like it really doesn't matter. Like it kind of varies, And so like that's what I would say I enjoy most in life, is just being around people that I love for the most part, and trying out new food places. I think I mentioned in my last video that I really like food. And so food, being around loved ones. I love writing. I really like going to museums as well. So just a bunch of different things that I enjoy or love the most. Nothing too like deep, I don't think. But yeah, next question says, how do you feel about marrying an older man? I feel like that's probably what would happen for me. I would want to marry an older man, but God willing, it just depends on the plan God has for my life or who he has for me. I don't discriminate. I'm not really like judgy on like age really when it comes to being with people. You love who you love, and so you can't really help it sometimes. But marrying an older man, it's not too bad of an idea. Something I would do, Personally, I just feel like it's your life. You can marry older, younger, the same age. Like I said, you love who you love, and you can't help it. But yeah, what does your channel name mean? Good question. My channel name stems from, so my full first name is Angela Joy Ugochi Ndiwe, right? I go by Angela Joy, Angela, Angie, Ugo, but where the Adugo comes from, Adugo means first daughter in Igbo, and so I am technically the first daughter. I have 3 brothers, no sisters whatsoever, and that's just the name I've gone by like all my life. That's what my dad calls me. Only my dad actually calls me Adugo, and so that's what I have on my social media, and I like the name. It's my name. I feel like it's genuinely my name, and so that's where my channel name comes from. And I added TV to it because I don't know, just to have something catchy, something that's timeless, a name that's timeless. And so yeah, there it is. Talk about being an English major with Nigerian parents or something along those lines. Of course. Wow, that's a really good topic. Well, for one, my parents weren't with the idea of me being an English major because I am Nigerian, and so they had like their doubts about it. You know how parents are. They want you to go into a field where they feel like it's guaranteed that you'll make money and you'll be financially secured. Sometimes when they do try to have those conversations with you, it comes off as like they don't really care about what you like or how you feel. But it's like, as I grew up, like growing up and getting older, I understood the reason why they push so hard to be a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer, but it's like, that just was never me. Honestly, I declared my major like first semester, freshman year. I knew exactly what I wanted to do before I even got to college. I've always been a creative my whole life, honestly. Like, I started dancing when I was 4 years old, maybe. I started dancing when I was 4. I wrote my first song when I was 4 years old. it's not, obviously it's not a masterpiece, but it was a song that I wrote. And when I was younger, I used to write songs a lot up until like maybe 8th grade, 7th grade maybe. And then I kind of transitioned into writing like scripts and short stories and all that good stuff. I think my sophomore year of high school, I did this challenge called the NaNoWriMo challenge, or NaNoWriMo. So it's N-A Remo, Nano. I'll put it down there below for you guys to know. But yeah, so I did this challenge, NaNoWriMo. You had to write a 20,000 word novel in 1 month. And so that occurred in November. So you would start November 1st, and you needed to be finished and published by November 30th. And so it was this challenge that my creative writing teacher back in high school had told us to do. I always knew that I enjoyed writing and, you know, singing, and I don't sing anymore, but I used to. I even had a keyboard where I would write songs and learn how to play songs on the piano and all this stuff like that. But right now, mostly I just do writing. And so I didn't really get deep into it about writing until sophomore year of high school, when my teacher, she had told us that, oh, we should do this challenge or whatever. I was like, whoa, this is a lot, you know, like 20,000 word novel. We had a month to complete, and you couldn't cheat. You had to start that novel on the 1st. You could have had your idea of what you wanted to write about, but on the 1st is when you actually started writing the novel. And you know, I did it. I beat the challenge. It was great. It was awesome. And my teacher, her name was Jessie Ann Foley. Love her. She has a novel out. She has 2 probably. She has 2 novels out. But yeah, after the challenge, she really liked my novel, and she encouraged me to enter this Chicago Playwrights Festival thing. So it was this thing where it was like you had to be 18 or younger. You couldn't be older than 18, or you couldn't be like, I think you had to be in high school or something. So it was like playwrights all over Chicagoland would enter this competition, and it would talk about, they would basically enter a play that they wrote, right? And usually every year they had over 500 submissions, and then they would kind of narrow it down to, you know, they had 20 people that would pick from those 500 plus submissions, and those 20 people were like honorable mentions, and then like the top 3, they get to have their play acted out on stage and for people to come out and see it and all that good stuff. And so like I was feeling a little intimidated because I wasn't really into playwriting until I took that class. And so my teacher was like, I think you're a great writer, you should do this and enter it. And I'm like, I don't know, I don't like being a sore loser, so I'm not going to do this. And she's like, I think you should. So she pushed me, so I wrote some cheesy ass play, and I entered it into the contest or whatever. And so when I entered the play into the contest, I got back to, I have a plaque for it actually. I'll probably show you guys a plaque later, but I have a plaque for the play, and I got honorable mention. It was like top 20 out of like all like their submissions that they had, and I was so excited. I was like, what? Like, they actually have it on my plaque, and I'm like, whoa, like maybe I am talented. Maybe this is something that I really know how to do, type of stuff. I really was so happy. I couldn't stop thanking my teacher. It was a great experience. And so after that, I was like, yeah, no, this is something I really want to pursue. And so my parents would kind of like support those things, like my creative side a little bit. Like they didn't really like support it heavy. It was just like, they're like, okay, like since you want to shut up about it, like let's just go to the play or something, or like go to auditions for stuff. But they didn't really think that's something I would want to do as a career. So when I got to college and I majored in English, they're like, whoa, like you're supposed to do like pre-nursing or like pre-med or blah blah blah. I'm like, fine. I was like, listen, like I've been writing since I've been dancing. Like I have, every bone in my body is a creative bone. I'm not really a math person. I'm not a science person. I hate those subjects. And so like me and my parents didn't really get along because of it. And so I had to push to be an English major. And like along the lines, like I was actually the first person to receive a bachelor's degree in my family. And so they were kind of like, oh, you know, she's smart, she can do this and do that and blah, blah, blah. Like maybe we should try to trust her. Till this day, even now that I have a bachelor's degree in English, my parents will still be like, oh, maybe you can go back to school, get a master's, get a PhD, and da-da-da-da. I'm like, are you paying for my master's? Are you paying for my PhD? Like, honestly, if you're not getting your master's degree paid for, like, let me not even say nothing because I don't want nobody coming for me. But I just feel like you really, really need to get like scholarships and stuff. If you're gonna go get a master's, like, have your money, like, have it paid for. I think that's just the best way to do it, to be honest. Like, that's how being an English major has been. Till this day, I will not hear the end of it, and so it's just like, I don't think they're ever gonna stop talking about it until they start seeing actual money. So yeah, that was a lot. Would you rather kiss Donald Trump or kill Barack Obama? How do you even answer that? Like, it's like, I want to be like, rest in peace, Obama, but it's like, he got a family, he got a wife and kids, and, you know, people will miss him. But then I'm not trying to, I don't know. Let me read this question again. Would you rather kiss Donald Trump or kill Barack Obama? I would rather mop the ocean. I don't know. Honestly, honest to God, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Rest in peace, Obama. Like, you did what you had to do. You know, you've lived a good life. I'm not kissing that man. So that's my answer to that. But yeah, what are my opinions on the whole Kanye West thing? Talk about the album, him going into the prison to sing for inmates and have Sunday service. You know, I like to have these conversations with other people because, you know, I like having intellectual conversations, and it's always good to disagree, and because you get to see other people's point of view on the situation. What I think about the whole Kanye West thing, what I think about the Kanye West situation, honestly, all I can say is, who am I to judge? One without sin cast the first stone. And I feel like we're all human. And a lot of people have these strong opinions about what he's doing and how he came out of nowhere trying to be Jesus this, Jesus that. Like, it happens, you know, people go through life and then they realize that they can't do it without God. And so maybe that's what happened for him. And I know he has like a history of like bipolar disease and, you know, seeking like mental health, like help. And I have strong opinions about mental health as well, because, you know, it's very important for everyone to pay attention to these things. But it's like Kanye West, I don't know, like, I don't really like talking about the man. Like, I don't really care for him. I feel like whatever he's doing, if he's really on this path to change and, you know, God has done it for him, that's good for him. Like, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, this man and this and that and da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's none of my business. And it's honestly like a situation where I see as where we are, like I said before, we are all human beings and we can choose and pick what we do. And I know people struggle with this topic because it's like they don't believe that he just up and out of nowhere just got saved, but you don't know that, you know. A lot of people get saved, and people do deserve second chances, and people can change, you know. I believe that too. And so it's like, if this is the path he wants to go along with, and like that's what Kanye West wants to do. And so yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will include my social media handles in the description box below. I hope to see you all next time. Bye.
Look, I'm getting money, biggie money, so what's the fun?